Hey guys, it's Todd with the Do Different podcast. Got another fantastic guest. This is Dorela Iepan. Uh, Hi, Dorela. How are you?
Hello, Todd. Thank you for having me here. I'm looking forward to talking about interesting topics, all related to your podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have a little fun for a half hour and just talk about all sorts of stuff. But for the viewing audience that doesn't know you or the social media that doesn't know you, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about kind of what you focus on.
So, I am an energy healer. I didn't understand that I was one, and I was looking for other names to give myself. But in the end, I stuck up with that one because I do energy healing with releasing trapped emotions, changing limiting beliefs, and understanding how we can really actually create our own reality. I started working back in 2020 because on the verge of a breakup, instead of breaking up, we fell in love, back in love with my husband. And from that point, I said, oh my God, this is unbelievable. A few weeks of working on myself, my relationship changes. I have the life that I always dreamed to have. Now I can give this. I don't know if it's the yeah it's tool because it's different techniques, but open the path to persons who want to create their own reality by releasing trapped emotions, understanding the limiting beliefs, and how a big impact they have on their lives. So since 2021, I started working with people all over the world.
Yeah, that's very cool. And congrats, obviously, on falling back in love and creating the life that you've got. Just with regard to that, I know you said like everything was kind of going not so good, and then, you made the discovery. Was it like a chain of events, or was there a specific moment that kind of, the light bulb went on and you changed, or was it kind of a buildup?
So it's really interesting. For a while, I was saying, and I'm still saying that, but in a different energy. I've been doing therapy for 10 years because I wanted to heal, to be okay. And at the end of 10 years of therapy, where I wanted to have an amazing relationship, I end up thinking I want to divorce. So I was working on myself because people expect miracles, 1 minute miracle, but it's really important to understand that we work a lot. We also work a lot, the persons who are coming to help other people. So after 10 years of almost breaking up, I discovered this program. So there is a chain of events, and in just a few weeks, everything changes. So it's been 10 years of therapy, me trying, trying, trying. Then I'm decided it's over. This is not the relationship for me. But I am like, God, I said I will never get married if it's not with the man with whom I'm supposed to be with for the rest of my life. So did I really do everything for this relationship? But it was like I did everything, but there was still something. Did I really do everything? And from that point, I said I will pay attention to all the answers I get. So there is a first step. My friend says practice gratitude daily for your husband, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. But I said I will pay attention. So if she comes in my life and she says that, I need to do that. This same person recommends me a program, so a workshop, a free workshop. I watched the workshop and I'm like, oh my God, this is the thing for me. And in that program that's not for relationships, my relationship transforms. And before the end of the program, I'm so much in love with my husband.
Very cool. Now, during this time when obviously you're going through this stuff, are you like, how much are you involving your husband in it? and how much are you just focused on yourself and it's kind of separate from him?
So it's completely separate because we couldn't talk to each other. So my relationship was not toxic in a sense of aggressiveness or smoking, drinking. There was nothing for us to break up, but I wasn't happy. So there wasn't something most of the people would say, oh, you have everything there. Yeah, but it's how you feel. So it's like breaking apart. So we were like, it was impossible for us to communicate. There was no more communication. And I wanted to go. I didn't know how to communicate. He didn't know how to answer back. So it was really distance between the two of us. And I understood I needed to work on myself. So this program was eye-opening because it involves understanding that we are actually creating our reality, and we have this power to start creating consciously what we want to have in our life. So even if we don't know we are conscious creators, we are creators. And the problem is that not knowing that we are creating it, we are like going from one wall to the other and cannot have a direction. Understanding that what I did in my past will influence what happens in my future. So, for instance, if I'm not paying attention to you today, maybe tomorrow someone else, so not you specifically, someone else won't pay attention to me. So understanding all these connections in our lives will bring us to a path where we have the will and we have direction.
I got you. Yeah, and I think it goes to the old adage about like you can't work on those outside of your control until you can fully control like what you're putting out there. Like you have to control yourself and who you are, what you stand for. Like you have to put yourself in that like position of I know exactly who I am, what I want, where I want to go before you can then put that truly out there in front of others. So that's
Yes, and
yeah, it's
yeah,
I mean, I love talking to other coaches whose subject matter and what they help with come from a place of like personal. It's not like you read it in a textbook or it's like,
yeah,
you went to college for it. It's like, no, you lived it and now you're speaking to it because you can help people with similar type of challenges. So that's very cool.
yeah.
So with energy healing, like what are some of the things that you help people kind of work through or walk through or exercises that you give them or like, just kind of walk us through that.
So it's really interesting because in coaching, you have to niche down. You have to address to someone particular and they will feel, oh my God, this is for me. In energy healing, you start from saying the simplest things of them all. Everything is energy, everything is connected, and whatever problem you have in your life has an emotional background. And it goes deeper when we understand that even emotions are connected with beliefs. So sometimes we are like beliefs comes first, sometimes we hear that emotion comes first. It's like a circle because they really engage one another. Because everything is energy, our bodies are energy, emotions are energy in motion. So actually, when we don't know how to process emotions, they stay trapped in our body. And trapped emotions with our own emotion will combine in a new energy. And actually, we always attract what's aligned with our energy. And that's why I'm always in the, if you want the law of attraction to work for you, you actually need to work on your energy, because you only attract what's aligned with you. You will never be able to attract something that's not aligned. So it's not just working consciously with emotions. Many of us are working without even knowing. I was working way before I understood what I'm doing now. I was creating, I was shifting because I was so sure of myself of what I can achieve or not. The difference is that when I understand the energy healing, well, there I can always obtain what I want to obtain. So, from sometimes, from what's most important, I become so focused that most of the times, almost always, I can see the attraction of what I really want in my life.
Right. Yeah, it's like if you let's just take an easy one like money, right? Like if you constantly are putting out there like I'm living paycheck to paycheck, I'm poor, I'm not going to get out of this. You're right. You're not going to, but even though you may not like be currently in that situation, but if you feel like and you create the environment of I'm going to get this. I'm going to accomplish it. And you start kind of emanating that energy. Not, I mean, there's no guarantees in life, but the likelihood that you'll achieve what you're putting out there go up significantly.
Well, let's give even a clearer statement on this, because that's a little shift you're proposing there. Why? So living in the I don't have enough and repeating it, it's like living in the lack, attracting the lack, confirming the lack. So we are on that vibration and energy. A person who is so focused on what's missing in their lives have also a financial thermostat that will always keep them. Even if they are able to make money, they will lose the money because it's not aligned with shifting their reality. Willing, so wishful thinking, I wish, I know it's possible, it's just a little shift. Why? Because we are in the future. So details are really important when we do coaching and energy healing, but it's important to really dig them in to understand them at a deeper level. So for instance, I want to be wealthy. It's already fulfilled, is the wish. So you can wish, your wish is fulfilled. I will be, it's also fulfilled. It will be tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. So the first step is the gratitude. We forget to feel grateful for what we already have. So I know what I want, but I'm ungrateful for what I have. So, for instance, I have a house. It's not my dream house. Yeah, but I have a house. I afford to pay what I need. So it depends from person to person. I'm only giving an example. I afford to pay for my taxes for this house. I have a car. It's not the car that I want, but I can afford to pay the gas, to go around, to go on a holiday. So starting by being grateful, or even smaller than that. For instance, if I went to school, every single day of school, someone paid for that, not my parents. It's the whole state that paid for that. So actually, turning into gratitude, we understand how many things we already had. And there is the bigger shift, because this is what happened for me. So I was so ungrateful. focusing on what can I be grateful for that person I don't think I want anymore in my life shifted so much my energy that I didn't resent him anymore. I started to like being next to him. I started wanting to talk to him. I saw that he wanted to talk back. So, in another level, for financial purposes, it's like we feel that money is never coming. Money is energy, it's waiting to respond to our energy. So, us being in the lack, we are the one rejecting the money. When we work on that gratitude, understanding everything that we already had in our lives, money will react and we will feel the magnet and will come in our lives.
Yeah, that's a great way of looking at it. Like, is focusing on the gratitude, the fact that you know what, you woke up today and you've got a roof over your head and you've got a job or you've got a ultimately whatever it is, there's things in your life that you need to be and everyone needs to be thankful for, but it's bringing those to the surface and to the forefront rather than just an assumption that you get every single day just because you wake up. It's like, no, you might not have woken up. I mean, there's an alternative to it. So be grateful for the fact that you did.
Yeah, exactly. It's that's so simple, and people who don't feel gratitude overlook it. It's like, oh, why? What do you want from me? But when we start practicing gratitude, it's like so easy, so beautiful. So seeing that it's so easy, just try it. You have nothing to lose.
Hmm. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, like you said, like limiting beliefs. Because, I think both of us have our takes on this, but I'd love to kind of get yours on what people deal with those limiting beliefs.
So in what I learn and give to others is that we actually create our reality based on our limiting beliefs. So, starting from the limiting beliefs that I already have, I will be able to experience my reality. I won't be able to experience a reality outside of my limiting beliefs. People tend to think that happened to me, that's why I believe that those things. Actually, it's the other way around. I believe that, I have the reality confirming that, so it's doubling my limiting beliefs. And working with your will not help you, because I want to change. It's it's it goes against your limiting beliefs. So you will try, let's think of, we are on other subjects, but let's think of someone who wants to quit smoking. I want to quit smoking. Okay, so they will stop, but when the first thing happens, they won't be able to to keep stopping. If they worked on what's making them need the cigarettes, they won't need to smoke. So it's really different when we understand the limiting beliefs. So it's an emotional need that we have, it's the belief that we have. This is how I relax. No, we don't relax with that. It's my belief that thing is helping me relax. It's the belief. So we do some checkup, so a few steps back, and we understand how the beliefs are created there. In what I work, I have three pillars of the activity. In the belief code, so there is emotion code, body code, belief code. So it's the third level when we work with the emotion code. In the belief code, we have multiple levels of beliefs. So we start by near the conscious mind, the negative programs, and I'm saying like you have the filtering and you see your life with that filter, like sunglasses. and you won't be able to see the colors because of what you have there. It's shifting the projection of what you can see outside. Then you have limiting beliefs, lower you have faulty core beliefs, and lower again you have the faulty core identities. So when you have identities that go against you, you won't be able to transform your life. For instance, an identity, I will always be poor. As soon as you have money, you will lose the money, because if you have money, it goes against your identity. So you really need to identify your belief systems, release them in order to shift your reality. In the EFT, emotional freedom techniques, well, you start with emotions, but you get to beliefs, and you understand that all events connected through similar beliefs need to be worked. So, releasing the emotional baggage, and that will destroy those beliefs that were connected by similar events. So, we go to the beliefs that created multiple events in your life, and it goes like that. In a few sessions it disappears. And then I have the third pillar, the seeding system, where we understand that actually we create our reality, but by what we did in the past. So it's once again a work we are doing on our beliefs, but completely different. And we understand, for instance, that I did something in my past because I had some advantages, some benefit. I don't know how to say it in English. So it was benefic for me, and because I understand that, I now know I don't want those advantages in that same way anymore. So it's a process we're taking, and it's dissolving the way we believed and acted previously.
Right, and you're right. It's like, what do they say? Like 95% of people that win a lottery of some form go broke within 2 years. And it's because, like you said, they haven't changed their dynamics within their own selves, their own beliefs, their own feelings to say, no, this is not, I deserve everything. Because when you get to that level, those are the people that, yeah, they might get $1 million, but they're also the ones that turn it into 10, rather than those people like the 95% that turn $1 million into, $10.87 in an account. And it I think it speaks a ton to just the power that we all hold within ourselves to adjust, change, adapt, whatever you want to say, how we project ourselves and what we are attracting.
Yeah. So I so love the thing about winning the lottery. People who don't work on themselves will lose everything. So they are not they don't have to work with someone for that. They can do it unconsciously. I always say, if your life changed, you worked on yourself. I don't care how you worked on yourself. You won't be able to have results if you don't work on yourself. And there is a thing I love so much. For me, there is no staying at the same spot. So the whole universe is always moving. The earth is turning around the sun. So you saying I won't move forward or backward, it's such a lie. There is no fixed point in the whole universe. If I don't move forward, I'm going backward. And it's important for us to really gather this thing. If I don't want to speed up, that's fine, but just take one step forward. Because if I'm not going one step forward, I'm going backward. And
Right.
I believe in change. We always change.
Yeah, there is no such thing as like the status quo or staying the same, because let's face it, if you're not moving forward, if you're not growing, you're not standing still. You're going the opposite way because there's tons of people around you that are continuing to make progress
Yeah,
and take those steps forward, which just puts you further behind. So,
yeah, exactly.
well, cool. Well, what else about like with the energy coaching like that would be important for guests or anyone listening out there to kind of know?
So, for instance, in what I do, I'm like, if you come see me one time, I say I will do everything for you. But, but working with clients and on myself, it's a process. If you go see someone immediately after you had a trauma, it's resolved. Yeah, but unfortunately, we go after years and years of suffering. So, no matter what we talk about, for instance, trapped emotions will transform in diseases. So, when you have the disease, you already have a few years back of work to be done. It's not about how many sessions you have to have. It's about, do you want to have the change? Because I know people who aren't so sure they want to have the change. We really have advantages in our current situation. It's really important to take a decision. Do I want my next level, or am I comfortable enough in my comfort zone? But just understand that comfort zone means my personal jail. Outside my comfort zone, it's what I want. In my comfort zone, it's what I know how to handle. But knowing how to handle, it's not comfort. It's the lack of comfort I know to handle, and it's keeping me a part of what I really want. So, working with energy healing, it's a really simple process, also complex in the same time, but working with someone that's helping you see through your own blockages will help you get sooner to your destination. And I'm like, I work on myself. So I started, oh my God, 15 years ago. So after 10 years, I was on oh my God, my life will end now. And so after 10 years, I started to get up and smooth in the place I'm now. So don't expect miracles. They will come from time to time, but don't make such expectations, and continue working. Disasters will confirm you're on the right path. So when you start doing energy healing and glasses will break and your car will have, I don't know what kind of problem, or you will lose some money, or some friends will walk away, won't want to talk with you anymore, or you'll have a fight with the person that you love. Well, it's just that the energy healing is working because you're breaking up the old energy. So after everything that's bad, something good will happen, and it will be more and more good, and you will feel that it's worth it.
Yeah, because I mean, part of, like you said, like part of the growth, it is breaking some stuff, and you're gonna lose friends, relationships, feelings. It's all part of it. But if you take a long-term look at it and say, I, I'm doing this for the rest so that I can be better off for the rest of my life, and I guarantee you, a decade after you go through it and you lose some relationships or you lose some friends or whatever ultimately it is, a decade you're going to look back and be like, I'm glad that happened because I'm in such a better position instead of having a drag or an anchor that that was a part, at least a part of holding me in a position that I was unhappy.
There's something really beautiful that came to me to say it today, and it's the first time I'm seeing it. You know, these changes. So we are afraid of changes. And I was thinking, let's go back to where were six. So everything changes. Those kids who were six back then, are they six? No, they are all grown ups. We all in kindergarten? No. We all went through all those years of school. So lying ourselves that nothing changes is just a lie. Just accept the change, but make it work for your benefit. Make it for your progress. And I don't believe in it's impossible. So we already have everything out there to support us. There is nothing new that can come in this life because we are only learning and teaching the same thing that already happened. Everything has already happened. So if there is one person that went from nothing to everything they have dreamed of, if there is one person, there can be the second one, and so on. So there is no excuses. If I don't get to where I want to get, it's that I don't want it. I have limiting beliefs. I am not willing to give up what I already have in this moment.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, that's I mean, very well said. You're exactly right. It's there's always progress to be made, right? No matter how small or in which direction, there's always progress that we can all make. So, um, well, cool. Well, for the viewing audience, if you want information on Dorela and how to get a hold of her and just see some of what she's got going on, it'll be in the show notes below. And for the, for those of you that are watching this, please like, subscribe. That way you don't miss any either future or past episodes. But Dorela, it's been a pleasure. But I'm going to give you the last couple minutes to summarize and kick us out of here.
Well, do things differently. Really, really think what have you done until now in your life? Do you want a change? Do you want something amazing? Well, do what you never did before. And whatever you want to do in your life, do it, but work on your energy. I always said if you want to do something new, you have to learn about it. But if you want to succeed in it, just take a look at your energy. What are your limiting beliefs? What emotions are stuck there and preventing you from having the success? And knowing what you want, knowing your destination, wanting to get there, taking the action and doing the energy work will get you there. I don't know why, when, but I know, I'm definitely sure it will get you there.
Very well said. And for those of you out there, if you don't like where you are, just do different. So thanks, Dorela. And for the viewing audience, we'll see you guys next episode.